everybody, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Veronica, and today I decided to do like just my signature look. I do a lot of face painting, like I use my hands a lot, and I try to be pretty quick when I get ready because I'm sort of like a tomboy. I'm not sort of like a tomboy, I am a tomboy, except I'm a tomboy that likes to fix herself up and get ready. And so I have learned a lot by watching other YouTubers put on their makeup. I have always put makeup on, mainly on my eyes. I never really put anything on my face. All this contouring thing is new. I've never really contoured. In fact, I contoured my face right now, but the only thing I contoured was my nose. That's it. And I darkened in my eyebrows. Usually I never shade or do anything around my face. However, I have played with highlights and bronzers. I went into Sephora one time and I bought a real pretty highlighter, and I was talking to one of the guys that works there, and he talked me into getting a highlighter and a bronzer and a real pretty blush. And the bronzer I would put on my jawline to just kind of darken this area up, to kind of bring it in some, and the highlight on my cheekbones to bring this out so my jaw wouldn't look as massive, and also it would put a little bit of color to my face. So that's what I did, and I really like that look. And so I did that for a while, and then I just went back to with whatever God gave me. So I just like throw on something light, like maybe CoverGirl, or even if I have pimples. Like I've never even used concealer until recently. CoverGirl, or the one I really liked was a Lancome. I can't think of the name of it. I'm gonna have to find it. A Lancome foundation, and it actually covered really well, and it was just really nice. And so that's just me. I've always used a lot of eye makeup because I was always about my eyes, but the rest of my face I would just throw on some blush. And in fact, I didn't even start using foundation until I was in my late 20s. Every so often when I was younger I would put it on, but for the most part my skin was even, and I was always out in the sun too, so I didn't care. Like I'd get a freckle here and there, I'd have a sunburn, whatever. It was just blush and lots of eye makeup and lipstick. Lipstick's always been like a favorite of mine. I think that is my favorite, what do you call it? I can't think of the word right now. Not compliment, but favorite accessory. My favorite accessory isn't jewelry. My favorite accessory is lipstick. Anyhow, I am doing a signature look, and I usually use like maybe about 3 eyeshadows, sometimes 4. And I use a lot of finger painting, like I said, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start with that tutorial. But it's good that I like makeup. No, maybe I should cut this out. Where was I going with all this? Oh, I know where I was going. I am a belly dancer, and so I've been doing that. That's where the tomboy takes the twist. I'm just a Texas, hell-raising San Antonio Texican belly dancer. And so I started belly dancing when I was really young. Well, not that young. I was already 20, I believe. What year did I start? Like the end of 94, going into 95. And I've been doing it now for, I don't know, a good solid 25 years. And after I started dancing, taking dance lessons, a year after I started teaching, and teaching beginner classes here in San Antonio, Texas. And I started with Karen Barbie, and I am still with Karen Barbie. Every time I'm in town, I teach at her studio, and I've been in town for now at least 10 years. I came back, and I never really left San Antonio. I would just go for like 10 months, 9 months. Even if I lived in Houston and was performing out there, I got to perform in Houston. I still came to San Antonio and taught weekly classes here, and took classes, and yeah, so I'm still doing it all, teaching, dancing, and performing. So that's really where my heart is. And for a long time I was trying to figure out hey, like, what's the meaning of all this and where am I going with all this? But I've just learned to enjoy the ride. So anyhow, back to the makeup. I am using, for today's look, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's the Sofia palette, and it used to be called something else, and she's really my favorite makeup line. I like her, I love Lancome, and MAC is one that I've always used. So I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury, and she kind of like gave a tutorial on how to use her eyeshadows, and I guess I'll just tell y'all real quick, but I don't really follow it just because. Let's see if I can drown out some of the light by covering the mirror. Okay, so you can see I've really used this. This is the prime shade. Is that right? Yes. This is the prime shade, meaning that that's the one that kind of like you put on the lid, and you know, you put mostly all over the eyelid. And then this one's the enhance, and that's the one you kind of like put on most of your lid, like up here and here if you want. And then the next one is the smoke shade, and that's the one where you really, you know, use to kind of turn that into a smoky eye, and you kind of like really darken that up and make it pop. And you'll put that right there, like where you kind of put your eyeliner, and maybe right here to kind of give it that V shape. And then she has a pop shade, which is like a beautiful bronze color, and it's like a glitter, and it's so pretty. You really have to stick your finger in there to get it going. It's like a golden glittery, and it seems to be different than a lot of the other glitter pops out there. It's just kind of like smooth, like I kind of, and you can kind of press it like, ooh, I messed that up. It's kind of like brown sugar. That's how I can explain it, like a glittery brown sugar, a golden brown sugar, but the texture is like a brown sugar. Anyway, that's what you pop on your lid, and I don't think I'll be using that today. I'm not going to be using that. I may use it for a different video, like the sister video to this, because I'm going to use the exact same palette. For today's look, I'm going to use this color, this white shade. I'm going to use this red shade, and I don't think I'm going to use that. In fact, I think what I'm going to use is, I just got my Deca Scarlet Rose Gold kit. I reordered it in instead of this other kit. I just got that in the mail today, so I think I'm going to use, that's my favorite kit. I'm going to use the liquid eyeshadow to kind of give it that boom, to give it that shine. Okay, anyhow, let's begin. First off, I'm going to start off, and this is what I always do. And if you have to like use like a brush or whatever makes you feel more comfortable, just go for it. I will use some brushes, but for the most part, I'm going to use my finger. And I realize that all eyes are different and everybody's different, and you know, we all feel comfortable with different things. I feel comfortable anyway. I just throw crap on my face. Alrighty, so I am going to start off with this Celestial Thunder Dominique Cosmetics palette, and the reason is because I'm going to grab this shimmery shade, this beautiful shade. It's like a champagne, and it's glittery. It almost is glittery like the color in the Charlotte Tilbury palette, except it's lighter. It's a beautiful glitter shade, and I'm just going to use that as a highlight. In fact, Urban Decay has eyeshadow that deeply resembles this one with the champagne-y glittery look, and Urban Decay is like one of my favorite eyeshadows. So I'm just going to pop that like right there on the inner corner of my eye, and I'm going to let it fall down a little. The other eye is the same. I always have like one ugly eye that I can't get just right. Okay, and that the eyeshadow, Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadow doesn't need this, but I really enjoyed that pop of shimmer, so I'm adding a good pop of shimmer. And if I'm not talking, this whole makeup look will take me like 15 minutes to get it done. Yeah. And next I'm going to go in with my tried and true Vanilla MAC eyeshadow. So that's my little eyeshadow. And I'm just going to use that little brush that I always use, just a little MAC brush. And another thing that I've never done is I've never like tap stuff off my brushes. I never have. I just don't put as much on. And if I do put a lot on, I just kind of tap it like that. And then I rub it in, but I have never tapped my eyeshadow, my brushes out. Now I find that it helps if I put too much on there, but yeah. And I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I've been putting makeup on since I was 9 years old. Of course, my parents wouldn't let me leave the house like that, but I used to have my mom, I used to ask her to buy me makeup, and she would buy me makeup, and I would start, you know, decorating my face with it at an early age. My dad, of course, would get super mad and because I was going to mess up my face. But I don't think I ever did. I think that if I was going to mess it up, I would have messed it up with as much stuff as I put on there. Okay, so I lined my eyebrows with that Vanilla MAC eyeshadow just to kind of, I don't know, make my eyebrows pop a little, and also to kind of help set them. And now I'm going to go in. Also, another thing I didn't do is I didn't put any like setting stuff on my eyes, on my eyelids to, I can't think of the word for it, but foundation or anything to kind of grab the eyeshadow. What I did do is I made sure and moisturized my eyes with some lotion, the best lotion that I've ever used, because everything makes me break out. Like, I had to unsubscribe to BoxyCharm because it was making me break out a lot of the stuff that it was coming in the box. And I don't know if there was like something different with the formulas, or if it was just me just having a reaction to the products. Where was I going with this? Oh, the Eucerin Q10 regular, it's like $11 or $12 at your local drugstore. The Eucerin Q10 face cream, that is the one that works the best on me. It's just awesome. I can put that all over my face. I don't break out with that. Okay, so back to the eyeshadow look. Now I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to take my Candy Yum Yum lipstick. And in the other videos, I just kind of rubbed some of this Candy Yum Yum on the back of my hand, and then I got my brush and I put it on, and I really like the way that works. Usually I just get my finger like this, and I just place it on where I want it. So, and then I rub it in really quick. So my hands are really dry right now because I have 2 ponies and 2 dogs, and my dogs are always rolling in the pony crap. And I'm always having to wash my hands, and so my hands are really dry, and I didn't want to put lotion on my hands before I started playing with my face because I didn't want to end up with another breakout. I'm already like breaking out everywhere, and a lot of it is stress. Like, I have a tendency to stress myself out, and hormones, but yeah. But some of it is definitely my little dog rolling on my sheets when I'm not looking, and she's actually right here. It's the most spoiled little dog ever. Everybody here, I've got 2 spoiled ponies. I've got a spoiled fat dog that's always snoring. Everybody's always snoring and having the best life ever. Okay, and doing what they want to do. All right, so far, this is what's going on. Now I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow. I'm gonna start with this light shade, and I'm gonna dip my pinky in that. I'm gonna dip my pinky in that, and I'm gonna go for the inner corner. So I'm just gonna place that right over that champagne color. I need to get in the habit of staying away from the camera, from my phone. And the deal is, if you're gonna be using your finger, be careful that it blends softly, because it is a finger and not a brush, and sometimes you get, I don't know if you can see, you can't see, I don't think you can see. You get like spots where it didn't blend correctly, but you know, there you go, that's that. And now I'm gonna take this finger, the ring finger, and put it right in that bronzy red color, and I'm going for it. I'm going in the crease of my eye, and I really think nothing blends like a finger. I'm going in the crease of my eye, and I'm just rubbing that around. I'm rubbing that out. And then I'm rubbing some on the outer corner. It's not even outer corner, it's more like, oh, my finger's itching. It's more like this outer half of my eye. So I put some on there, and I'm just kind of blending everything and using that pinky to kind of help blend that inner corner. Yeah, and that's it. That's pretty much my eyeshadow look right there. I'm using my pinky to kind of blend in that inner shade, and let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's my eye look right there. Sometimes I do come over and I'll use this red shade all underneath, and then I'll get like a darker shade, like a black shade, or like a pop shade, and I'll put it on the outer corner, and then do a little V with like a brush or a Q-tip or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. In fact, I need to grab a Q-tip, or actually I could just use, what is this one? Well, since I'm being lazy, I'm just gonna use this brush and dip it in, since I don't wanna get up and get a Q-tip. It's a little square brush. I'm just gonna dip it in that red shade, and I'm just going to just start on the outer edge and just come forward, and outer edge and come forward. And there you go. Now you can go ahead and put on eyeliner, and it's a look. In fact, let's go ahead and do that and put on some eyeliner. I'm going to use my gel eyeliner, which is this dude. And it's the L'Oreal Black is Black Lacquer Liner 24-hour infallible. And I'm just going to make a thick line on my upper lash line. If you hear something snorting, those are my ponies. I left the back door open, and it's supposed to rain today, And they have a habit of standing. I forgot I had like this. I forgot to rub out the pink stuff I put on my nose. So I've been talking to you looking like Rudolph with something pink there. I left the back door open and I put their hay right inside the door because they have the habit of just like standing by the back door, and it's supposed to rain or sprinkle or whatever. So I just threw the hay like right inside the back door and they just come in. I don't want them standing out there in the rain. They're attached to me. So I made the line. I start thin and I make it thicker, and then like up on the top of that thick part, I just use that, and I use that there. I use that. I put my brush on that thick line and I just start flaring it out towards my eyebrow, like a little wing. And there's my wing, and now I'm just going to fill in that little gap, and that's usually how I do my eyeliner. Everybody does it different, and that's just how I do mine, in case you're wondering. In fact, I did the wing a little bit too wingy. Usually I just make a little boop, and that's just my regular eye look. Every so often I go crazy and make like giant wings, but and that's basically it. I could leave it like this, but I'm not going to leave it this way. I'm going to add the extra stuff to it here in a second. And then I take my eyeliner, the carbon eyeshadow that I have from MAC. It's the black eyeshadow from MAC. And I take that and I get my little eyeliner brush that I've had from MAC from like forever. I got this in like some Christmas edition as a special gift, like maybe about 15 years, no, not 15. I want to say 10 years ago, 10 or 11 years ago. It was like a free gift. And what I do is I start on the, I dip my brush in there, and then I start on this outer corner, and I try not to go too far forward because I don't want to pull the eye down. I want to bring it out. So I just kind of do it on the outer corner of the eye to kind of give it that illusion that it's going out like that. Or at least on my eye. I do know that everybody's eyes are different, but you know, just from what I've seen playing on my face, past like 37 years, yeah. Okay. And now you are all done. All you need is lipstick and your face products. You need, well, curl the eyelashes, mascara, and all you need is like lipstick and like bronzer and stuff, which I'm gonna go ahead and put on because I've been using it lately and I like the way it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my bronzer. I have already put blush on, but I like the way the bronzer looks. Gives me a little bit of color, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit. I always have all these stray hairs everywhere and it's really annoying. Just gonna put a little bit. In fact, I can see better from this camera here. Let's see. Okay. So what lipstick am I using? I'm going to use this Lip Cheat, this Walk of Shame, Leap Cheat. You can do a nude, but I'm going to go in for this full red lipstick. Walk of Shame by Charlotte Tilbury. It's the one I always use. Okay. And then the lipstick. Oh, did I put the lipstick up? Or no, I'm going to use the Walk of Shame lipstick. That's this one. Now, if I were to leave the eye color like this, I would definitely use like a nude lipstick. Definitely use a nude lipstick, but I'm going to add something to my eyeshadow. So now I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes. And the way I curl my eyelashes, if you watch my videos, you know this. I don't start from the base. I start from the middle of or whatever my head thinks the middle is, and I press and I tap all the way to the end, and I do it again, maybe a third time. And what that does is it kind of curls the tip of the eyelashes. So even if they fall, they're still curled at the end. And then I go back and I start from the base and I curl the base. So that's what I'll be doing. So I'll probably cut this out because I know it's annoying sitting there watching me curl my eyelashes and tapping all the way to the end, like so. Okay, so now I'm at the base, tapping it. I always like do little pumps. I don't know, I think it just, I feel like it helps. And I look, yes, all my eyelashes were in there. And then I'll try it again. And this time I'll just hold it a little longer. Okay. Another thing I used to do is I've like thrown my eyelash curler in the freezer before. And then I've also like put my eyelash curler like up to, like I heated it up. I put it up to my, my hair dryer. And I kind of think that worked a little bit, but I can't remember like if it really did work, if it was just me just being weird. It might have been just me just being weird. Yeah. So usually, I know I'm skipping from eye to eye now, making sure these are curled. Usually, just get in there. Usually I don't give a rat's butt. Like by this time, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave my eyelashes the way they are because my mascara always comes down onto the big eye bags that I have. Sometimes they're not so bad. I think today my allergies are bad. I don't know if I go like this, you can see them. But normally I have them. So I usually have like raccoon eyes, and I have to use, waterproof mascara, and that doesn't work. So I'll show you a trick that I do. And usually this is the end of my makeup look, but I'm going to add, and I'm out the door. Like that's just fast for me. I'm just like poof and poof and I'm out the door. And I always like add that little glitter right in that middle, and it just brightens up that eye. But today I'm gonna use my rose gold, my rose gold eyeshadow, which is so beautiful. And it goes so well with this lipstick, at least I think. And here it is. It's from Deca Scarlet, and it's from the Rose Gold kit that I just got. Is it still as pink as it was? Yes, it is. And so I'm gonna place that right on the middle of my eye, and I'm just gonna tap it out. And it leaves a beautiful rose color. It's got a beautiful rose like shine to it. It's so pretty. I love this so much. Yeah. So I'm sure, I don't even know if you can see it, but here I go. I'm gonna stick my big head right to camera. Wow, that looks really shiny. Sometimes the camera focuses and it turns blue when I go in and out. I just need like a really badass camera that's not gonna do that, and I can do all kinds of evil stuff and nothing will happen. Okay, so that's that finished look. I am gonna add some more like glam to it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get well, let me just get the brand new one. This is the Rose Gold highlighter, but I'm gonna use the old one. I just got this in my kit. I'm gonna use the old one. This video is gonna be forever, just of me blabbing. Wonder how many people will actually follow it through to the very end. And I'm just gonna go like that, and like that. And I'll stick some there. So I'm gonna have an extra shiny face. Everywhere you look, there's gonna be like something shining at you. Let's just overdo it. Okay, and so for mascara, because I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more of that eyeliner underneath. See, it's turning blue. Oh yeah, for mascara, I'm using some Charlotte Tilbury mascara that I got as a sample, which I will read to you what it is when I'm done with this, because I forgot to read it to you. So when I apply mascara, I never go to the base of my eyelashes and press up, because, well, I read like in a magazine when I was like 12 years old, and like, not Glamour, but I think it was 17. They were talking about, they were showing us how to put mascara on. Called 17? I think it was called 17. Oh, it might have been something else. Or Young Miss. It was Young Miss. I don't know if y'all ever like subscribed to any magazines, but that one was called Young Miss. And in Young Miss, they explained that when you put mascara on, and this actually works on my eyelashes. I mean, I figured that this worked on my eyelashes just from trial and error, that if you put mascara on at the base of the eyelashes, it makes them thicker, but on me it really like makes them come down. Like it doesn't do like me justice. But if you put them like towards the end or in the middle, you know, I do the middle, like, you know, sort of focus on more of the ends, it lengthens the eyelashes. All right, and so there you go. So I'm going to add some more eyeliner just for me. Okay, so that's that. I never use setting powder. I never use setting powder because I feel like I'm starting to get fine lines and like wrinkles, and so I feel like it sits in my fine lines and wrinkles, and it doesn't help that I'm out in the sun all the time. Like, and sometimes I forget to use sunscreen, or I think I'm just going to be out there for a little bit, and I'm out there like for hours with my ponies, or I'm out there for hours cleaning up the pony shit, and they're inside eating hay and just being happy. Well, let me show you what I use, my trick that I use when I perform. So I don't get mascara everywhere. Okay, are y'all ready? Deodorant, powder, daily intimate Vagisil, one of these guys. If you can get a hold of like something like this, you're probably screwed if you get it in your eye. It's 100% talc free, yes. So I usually just get like a little bit. Like, see, it's a little bit. And I get my happy finger that I use, my ring finger, and I just tap it like there. That's what I do. And this with, I try not to put too much because, I mean, yeah, it's just, it seems to absorb. It's all right. I think on this camera it looks not so great, but in person, I mean, it looks whatever. You can't even see it. Yeah, so that's what I use when I perform, and it seems to hold up pretty good. Every so often I'll sweat it and it'll kind of like form little, I don't know, white spots, but usually holds it up pretty well. I don't carry that with me. I just leave it at home. But yeah, anyhow, thank you for watching my video. And I didn't even, you know what? Here's another thing I started doing, which I need to do, because I've got the dumbest eyebrows ever. I got one that goes up and one that goes that way, and this one goes like this. In my family, they all go like that. That's the eyebrow, and I spend forever trying to get it to go that way, and I feel like if I pluck too much out, it's going to be like way over there. So yeah, that's not an option. Every so often I'll remove a hair from the middle. So yeah, I've started using just this little mascara, like eyebrow mascara, eyebrow gel, I don't know what you call it, and I just brush my eyebrows to where I think I want them to go. I always like play back my videos and I realize how crazy they look and uneven, and it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy, but you know, I went out and I bought just the regular old CoverGirl just in case it leaked on to the rest of my face. I didn't want to get any pimples, but there you go. That's the finished look. Hope you enjoyed my video, and if at all, I hope you can take any tips with you. I hope that you were able to take some tips with you. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed my video, please hit like, subscribe, share, and make sure and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.